Welcome to the Sean Ray and Steve Michael 2026 Summer Pop-Up Podcast, where you are viewing the podcast brought to life on Patreon, YouTube, and we are also adding TikTok. So thanks so much for viewing us. As you know, if you were tuning into the podcast, that it was really about martial arts, specifically Kung Fu, and why Kung Fu is so prevalent, meaningful, impactful, resourceful, and something that is good for everyone to know. So with me here, I have guru, martial arts, Kung Fu, Mr. Allen, who had a martial arts school for how many years?
20 years.
20 years, because not everybody's watching the podcast, so we want to give you a little bit of the main points that you may have missed on the podcast. So martial arts, Kung Fu for 20 years. You're here to show us some martial arts. You did kind of the opening for us with the nunchucks. Can you tell us how nunchucks could be used for somebody to protect themselves?
Yes, it can be used as a deadly weapon. Come out, you can strike the person over the head, or you can come up under the chin, back around. You can also use it for kicks. If they come in to kick, block it here, come up into the eyes.
So could we demonstrate that then? If I came in to kick, I get to be the dummy, y'all. So if I come in to kick,
Block here.
so you can see how that would put someone down fast.
Or you can also, once you come in, so you can hit them over the head, one in the chin. Once you can also come up and crack them around the neck, come around and squeeze and shut their window.
And they would be done. That would be that, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so would you show us, I think it's important to look at some things that we can do without weapons, right? Since our body is our weapon, right, in martial arts.
Exactly.
So if I take these, put these from you, and we're just gonna use what we have, which is our hands. And obviously with 20 years, we could go on with this, but we're keeping it short and sweet for you, and showing just some main things that could happen to men or women, boys or girls. They're out walking and get attacked. So some common ways that people are known to be attacked and what somebody could do to preserve their own life.
One of the main things would happen on the street, they would come up behind the woman and shut her window and take off with her. Okay, now she's going to do that to me, and I'll show you what to do. They come up behind you. First thing you want to do is turn. See, shut my wind off. You turn your head toward them so they don't shut your wind off. From here, I grab in here. I'll come with an elbow, which is one of your best weapons, to the midsection. Come down into the groin, back up into the head, grab. And I can also go ahead and break the arm, break the neck.
And thus the person that's attacked gets to live. The person that was the attacker got a very big surprise.
Another one that's good is a lot of times even chokes on the side. You come up and shut your wind off from here. So she'll do it to me.
This side?
So from here, what I do is come up, crack in here. This will break the hold. Bring this arm around close to your face, your neck. Here, come back. That's a good street. I mean, a lot of times that might happen on the street, or they might even choke you in the front, come up and grab you and shut your wind off here.
And certainly this is making me think that, statistics, we have a large population of people that die or are harmed through domestic violence. And this would be a common thing, right, with domestic violence, choking someone. So if we're going to the front then, if I go to your front,
Grab under here at the wrist, bring this arm up, crack into the Adam's apple. Break the wrist, step out, step back, now you've got the arm locked. Break the arm, chop your neck.
and so let me ask this question that a lot of people might be asking, because you're not super tall, I'm not super tall, so we're more proportioned in size. Somebody might say, oh, but I'm 5'3" and this person is 6 foot. What would you say to them? Do they have a chance to fight off somebody that's 6 foot if they are, say, 5'3"?
Oh, definitely. You know, sure, as long as you get in close where you can get a hold of the right parts of the body, then you can control them. And if also you learn to do your kicks, if they're a much taller person, one of the first things I would do is come in and break the knee, do a shot to the knee, or there's no muscle in the knee to protect it, so it's pretty easy to break no matter how big they are. Also, you can come in and break the ankle. So once you make the strike and you want to come in and attack and control them, the size won't make much difference if they can't walk. Or once you bust a leg, then you can just get away from it. You got options. You always have options.
Options. There you go. Options. Let me grab a few more weapons then, since we did a few sort of enclosed type personal hand-to-hand combat, if you will. To grab, I'm going to grab a knife. Of course, this is not real. We're using fake weapons here for this demonstration. So I'm going to use a knife, and we'll look at a couple guns. Of course, these are also other ways that would be common ways for someone to be attacked. Okay, so we're going to start with our knife first. You can see it's rubber. Okay, so
they come in to lunge at you with the knife. You can put your hands like a V right here, and it makes it real solid that you can't penetrate it. So if she comes in with the knife, I'll make this V here. I'll stop it. You can try it home or whatever. Don't use a real knife. Catch your wrist. Have your hands like this. Catch your wrist. Step in. Step back around. And you can break the arm here, or you can even actually stab it.
To make me stab myself, right?
All it is, like I say, you're here, you make a V, it'll hit it, then make your move.
Okay, and of course another one, if somebody's not coming below, we would think they're going to come over top, right?
Then they come over top, same deal. You try to keep your body off to the side. They're outside of where the weapon's at. So out here, bring it around here, and you can break it here. Then they'll drop the weapon.
I want to see that one more time. We'll do overhead.
Break the arm, the elbow to the head, step back, and again if you want.
Okay. Probably the two most common you would see with a knife, other than coming behind, which we just showed you, would be the same thing. Same demonstration as coming behind, choking somebody from behind, whether there's a knife or not, right? You're turning
we can do it
and holding.
We'd show them with a knife.
Okay.
You guys in the
so if I have it like this.
Okay, and what you want to do here, about the same deal. You want to come up, make sure you've got a hold of the wrist here. You can ram it into them.
It's got the wrist and the elbow, and it goes. Okay. I'm going to switch to a couple more demonstrations here. Hopefully you hear us well. We've got summertime, hot weather. Everybody's got to be on a mower. Okay, so gun. This would be obviously common. This is wooden. And you can see that it's about the right size of our handguns that we use, right? So this obviously would be a common one to the head.
You always would put your hands up, which is a natural move. You have your hands up. Elbows are in tight. And when you make your move, make sure you move the head to the outside. Now when I make this move, I'm going to bring these hands across in front of me, right at the wrist. Then I'll move in.
And
the main thing is keep your hands in tight, elbows in tight. Go ahead and put it up there. See, then try, all you got to make sure you move your head to the outside. Don't try to do this, the gun goes off. Be here, crack, hands a bit like this, and you can strike.
And of course, he's going easy on me because he's not going to actually injure me, right? So demonstrating, which is one of the things, the beautiful things about Kung Fu is the amount of control that is had. One of the martial arts that is more about control than it is about let me leave bruises and show you. No, you know you can do those when you want. It's about the restraint and deciding how much you want to injure the person, right? What exactly is the threat? Do you just need to get away and they can calm down and get some help? Or is somebody there to kill you, and if you don't do something extreme, you will no longer have a life, right? So there's an array, a degree of harm that you can cause to others to defend yourself for self-defense, right? It doesn't mean self-defense means you always have to kill someone. It doesn't mean that you have to injure them kind of permanently, but at the same time, you do have that power if that is what is called for. So that's nice too, and again, why your body is your weapon. We're gonna go ahead and do one last demonstration here with a larger gun. So could always find yourself in a situation, circumstance where we have a larger gun, right? Where it's not maybe a handheld size of a pistol.
Same deal, put your hands up. Now the most important thing is to make sure you step away in case it goes off. Now you don't want to see if you do it this way, step back. Then they come around the butt of the gun and crack you in the head. Yeah, they follow up. So you always want to make sure you go to the inside, you're up here. Your gun would go off, hold here, hand it back, break the leg, the elbow, the head, whatever you want to do as a follow-up.
So this one?
Be in here. Make sure you move your body. It's the most important thing. I don't want to make this move. Then the gun goes off. Make sure your hands are up. Move your body. Grab the front. You can pull them into you. Bust them in the head. And doing whatever follow-up you need to do.
And they're not going to see that coming, right? And having your hands up, again, is a natural reaction. It's what we all do. Somebody's holding us at gunpoint. On TV, not on TV, people are, this is what we see. So that would be the natural reaction that they would be expecting to see, right? Which is step one for you in your survival.
Right.
Okay, anything else you would like to add, Mr. Allen?
Well, if you're good with your feet and they hold the gun in a little bit of the distance, you're in here like this. You got your hands up if you have to, and the only shot you have is to use your legs. You can come up, kick it away, then drive in.
Okay, so saying if the person's a little bit farther out.
Right. You have no other choice.
Right.
Always try to talk your way out, or try to maneuver where you can get a little bit closer so you can get a hold of it, so you can get your body out of the way. Once you get here, then like I say, you step into them, pull them towards you. Adam's apple, whatever you need to follow up.
Thank you, sir. Put this back. And you started us off with some nunchucks, so I thought it might be a nice way to go out. So I'm going to go ahead and give my little spiel, and then we'll have Alan just take us out of here with some nunchucks. Again, thank you for joining us for viewing Deshaun Ray and Steve Michael 2026 Summer Pop-Up Podcast, where we show what our podcast talks about on Patreon, YouTube, and now adding TikTok as well, where you can see the visual, the tangible of what the podcast is about, which is what we give you that no one else does. So thanks again for tuning in, and get your martial arts on. It's summer, time to be active, protect yourself, feel good about yourself, and know that your body is always your best weapon. Mr. Allen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. This is what they call like a figure eight. Now if you know what you're doing, see, you'll keep these where you're moving close to their head, where your hide protects your head. And you don't want to be down here like this where your head's wide open. When you move in, you want to be where you're, and you can set up and get ready to come back. And you can go either side.